What is up, guys? So today we are actually jumping into our first top 5 video that we've ever had the chance to make on this channel. I don't know why I haven't done top 5s yet, but this is our first one. And this is going to be the top 5 games that are like Borderlands, because I play a lot of Borderlands, and sometimes I do just want to have more different things to do or newer things to see. And the best thing to do is just to find games that are like the games that you already play. So right now I have 5 games that I've been playing that kind of, you know, remind me of Borderlands. So I just wanted to put them into a list for those of you guys seeking more types of games like Borderlands. So here is our top 5. Alright guys, so number 5 on our list is actually Deep Rock Galactic. Deep Rock Galactic is very unique in its own thing. This is also a game that has been downloaded over 10 million times across PC, PlayStation, Xbox, and I don't think it's on Switch, but it might be on Switch. But it's a 4-player co-op game where you play as dwarves in space. I know this is sounding like really crazy right now, but this is like if you take Borderlands and you smash it with Minecraft, with a little bit of Left 4 Dead. Because you have like these spider ant creatures that, these creatures remind me so much of the spider ants from Borderlands. And it's really neat. There is no map that you will play that will be the same as a previous map. It's a game that generates its own maps, even better than what Left 4 Dead did and all these other games. This literally generates a whole map from scratch, and it's very unique. It's 4-player co-op. The cosmetics you can earn in the game are really cool. You can get so many cosmetics. That's another thing that reminds me of Borderlands. You can, you know, basically dress up in so many different ways. There's so much that you can do with these cosmetics. Also, there's 4 different classes that, you know, each have different abilities and stuff. You also get skill trees, and you basically have to craft things and mine things, minerals and stuff, so that you can upgrade your characters and do stuff at your main base. And you can also craft beers, because it's all about drinking beer and gunplay and mining. It's very unique. It's a really fun co-op game. So if you haven't had the chance to actually play this game yet, it was free to play for PSN, and I think it is still now free to play for the rest of this month. And I think it is also on Game Pass, so don't pass this out. This is definitely a game to check out. Okay, so number 4 on our list is another Gearbox title, actually called Bulletstorm. Now this is actually a older game. I think it came out in 2011 for the 360, PS3, last gen, or actually not last gen, but 2 gens ago at this point. But this is a very unique game, because this is basically like if you take Borderlands and Gears of War and kind of like smash it together, and it's basically a trick shot simulator. Like, it's all about ways that you kill enemies. Like, you kick them into things, you kick them off of stuff, you get points, those points are turned into currency, and then you can then buy ammo and stuff like that for your weapons. There's a lot of unique weapons in the game, but it's not too much of a skill tree. It's not so much of skill trees in this game, like kind of like Borderlands. But if you want a hectic game that is full throttle and just crazy shit going on, just like Borderlands, this is a game for you, because it's just non-stop crazy shit throughout the whole entire game. So if that is what you like, which I'm sure it is because you're watching this because of Borderlands games, then yeah, check this title out. So number 3 on our list is a very unique game as well. So this game reminds me of if you take Borderlands and you take Fallout and you mash those 2 together. Now, this is called The Outer Worlds. The Outer Worlds is, it's kind of like Fallout in space, but I feel like it's a little bit better. I think the game is really good. there's different paths that you can take, different decisions you can take, and in turn, every decision you make actually changes the ending of your game. And there's so many different endings to this game. Now, what makes this feel like a Borderlands game to me is you loot everything. In this game, you loot everything, and then on top of it, the gunplay is really good, and the fighting mechanics are really good. And on top of it, a lot of the enemies kind of remind me of Borderlands. So you have like these space bandits, and then you also have like space creatures that kind of remind me of the different creatures that you do end up seeing in the Borderlands series. Now, I've beaten this game one time before, and I'm planning on doing another Outer Worlds game or gameplay of the hardest difficulty. So I'm really excited about that. But if you haven't played the Outer Worlds and you do like Borderlands games, this might be a title that you might get something out of, because it's really fun and enjoyable. Now, number 2 on our list is actually a game that I just got the chance to play over the weekend, and I am completely hooked. Now, I did play the first game, but that was years and years ago, back on the Xbox 360, and finally I played Rage 2. Rage 2 is literally Borderlands meets Mad Max. Now, I know there's a Mad Max game out there, but I'm talking about Mad Max as in like the movies, the game, everything as a blanket, okay? It's literally like realistic looking Borderlands. It's crazy. You get crazy doom buggies and crazy bandits. You get crazy enemies. I mean, just creatures and stuff. Like they're everywhere. You get mutants and stuff. And it's all about looting. There's skill trees. There's skill trees in everything. There's like probably 25 different skill trees you can do with different things, different abilities. It's really insane, and I'm really enjoying Rage 2. Rage 2 is actually scratching that Borderlands itch the most out of all the games for me. The downside to this is that it is single player. This does feel like it should have been like a multiplayer type of game, but it is single player only, which is a bummer because this game is amazing. The world is really cool. There is some dead spots though, like when I'm driving through, there is like a lot of dead areas, but whenever you do find areas and stuff like that, there's always shit going on, and I think this is an amazing game. If you have not had the chance to actually play Rage 2 and you are a fan of Borderlands, I think this would actually hold you over until the next Borderlands or until Wonderlands actually comes out. So yeah, this is definitely a title that if you do like those types of games, don't sleep on it. It is expensive online if you pay for it online, but if you do go to like a GameStop or anything and buy it used, you can get it for like $11. So you can't miss out on this one. It's a really good game, guys. So just go ahead and check it out. And this finally leaves us with number 5. Now, number 5 is not released yet, but it isn't technically still Borderlands because it's Borderlands, but it's not. Wonderlands will be coming out in March, and this is a new Borderlands style game, which is basically a game within a game, which is basically us playing Bunkers and Badasses. That is a tabletop game in Borderlands, and you know, it's just gonna play like Borderlands. Now, even though it's Borderlands, it is called Wonderlands. I did want to put it in this list because it is that style of Borderlands. So, and I also just wanted to throw in Wonderlands because I cannot wait for Wonderlands, and I know a lot of you guys are excited about Wonderlands. So if you do like Borderlands and you don't know about Wonderlands, and if you're going to get Wonderlands or not, this game will play damn near exactly like Borderlands. It's just going to be set in a different setting because we are now playing through Bunkers and Badasses, basically. It's just like the Assault on Dragon Keep DLC that we got for Borderlands 2, except for a much, much larger scale. And this is definitely a game that once it comes out, We're going to be pumping out so much content for this. It's going to be ridiculous. I'm going to probably bring out videos every day like I used to all the time. I'll have no excuses not to make content because there's going to be a lot to do in Wonderlands, and we're going to just try to make as much content from the start to the finish of the life cycle of Wonderlands. So, as always, thank you guys for checking out this video. Remember to leave this video a huge like and subscribe if you haven't already. And if you tried any of these games, let me know down below. And if you have a top 5 games that are like Borderlands that are better than mine, please comment those 5 in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you all next time. Bye. Lost boys don't cry. Little sister. A last fire will rise behind those eyes. Black house will rock.